Can we make a cEDH all will be one deck? It's a simple question with a not so simple answer. At this point, everyone has seen the new enchantment all will be one, and that it has a few infinite combos, all possible in mono red. Whenever a counter is put on a permanent you control, you get to ping any target. Easy. Pair that with cards like War Elemental, Talon of Pain, or Quest for Pure Flame, and you have a 2-card infinite combo the moment you deal any kind of damage. That's the hallmark of something strong, and worth exploring if we can build a cEDH deck around it. But we can do better than a 2-card combo. See, the legend The Red Terror also goes infinite with all will be one the moment a red source you control deals damage to an opponent. Now our 2-card combo is a 1.5 card combo. Notoriously strong and certainly viable for the highest power level games. On paper, at least. But there's a challenge here. While we can ensure we always have access to the Red Terror half of our combo, we can't ensure access to the non-redundant part of our combo in all will be one. Red doesn't have the strong tutors Black does, or the strong card draw Blue does, and staying mono red means we've got some real hoops to jump through. The other challenge is that, altogether, the spell costs 9 mana, 4 for the Terror and 5 for all will be one. That's not Godot levels of mana required, but it's a lot more than you can muster on turns 2 to 3 more often than not. That means, mana-wise, the more efficient pairing is Quest for Pure Flame and all will be one, but we can't ensure access to either of those parts. It's just a happy bonus if we end up with either of them in our hand and can pull off the infinite combo on the cheap. So let's try and solve for some of these challenges. The mana cost is easier than you'd think. Between Dockside Extortionist, Jeska's Will, and Blank Goblin, yes, Blank Goblin, we've got a few ways to generate big bursts of mana that can leave us capable of casting either or both pieces without warning. Add in the traditional cEDH suite of fast mana, and 9 mana seems a lot more possible, in theory at least. Be careful about spreading out casting either part of the combo across turns. This can leave you shields down to responses and removal, leaving you holding either half but never both. How about finding all will be one? Red's only real tutor that can grab it is Gamble, and we all know how Gamble works. Search your library for a card and put it in your graveyard. It's the red Entomb, but sometimes it works just the way you want it to. Apart from that, we need to rely on Red's rummaging and impulsive draw spells. March of Reckless Joy, Commune with Lava, even Light Up the Stage gets you a little extra value. This is probably the weakest aspect of trying to build this deck for cEDH. You just can't ever ensure you'll see your combo pieces unless someone passes you a Witchclaw Talisman. I've got Bergi, God of Storytelling in the list, but chances are you'll be casting her other half, the Horn of Harnfell. Being able to pitch an extra card like a land to look at 2 more cards can actually get you there later in the game. Now, we can rely on our opponents here, at least partly. We can cast their spells, which may be tutors. Ragavan really helps here, stealing early value, ramping us, and maybe getting us a sweet tutor. But I've also included Atali as really a last-ditch, super high curve creature. Getting upwards of 4 free spells is really good even in cEDH, and I've learned that sometimes all it takes to win a cEDH game is a big creature. Aggro is a viable strategy, which raises a fair point. I've got a few good aggro creatures in the deck like Slicer, who is really tearing up the meta, and the new Feldin Ronum Excavator. Pressuring life totals is fantastic in metas where Ad Nauseam and Bolus's Citadel reign, so don't fear the red zone. But let's say we lose our all will be one. It gets countered or removed before we're able to pop off. How do we recover it? Red has scant little recursion for non-spells, but Underworld Breach to the rescue here. It's our only solution to getting our combo piece back from the graveyard. We really need to be careful and tactical when casting such an important part of our deck. We have interaction for interaction if someone tries to stop us. Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast, and Tybalt's Trickery are all ways to stop someone trying to stop us, hopefully. Pick the right moment to strike. Sometimes it's not the same as the soonest moment to strike. And don't think this deck just folds if we've lost all will be one. We have other ways to finish the game off. A few ambient damage sources like Cemetery Gatekeeper, Harsh Mentor, and Sulfuric Vortex put a clock on the game, and players start doing things they need to be doing. Combined with some of our aggro-focused creatures, even our commander, and we can be reducing life totals with little resistance very quickly. There's also the sneaky dual caster combo in the deck, a favorite of mine. Combine dual caster mage with a twin flame or a heat shimmer, and you can make an infinite army of hasty attackers. It's a great fallback combo in any red deck. Now I have got some reps in with this deck, and it's been hit or miss, as all combo decks are, especially in cEDH with the high interaction levels. But I've had instances where I've won on turn 3, and I've had instances where I've really been dead in the water all game. I've played games where I've had turn 1 red terrors, and went for the turn 2 all will be won without backup, just to be shot down. And I've had games where I've had to cast a turn 2 Final Fortune to get the extra turn I needed to win, and pulled it off successfully. And on the same hand, I've done it and lost too. That's the thing with powerful decks in fast games. Sometimes you steal a win, sometimes you shuffle up for the next game. This brew may not be as consistent as some other decks playable in the format, but a 1.5 card combo with a handful of redundancies is worth testing. Let me know what you think. Is this worth pulling off in cEDH? Comment below with your experiences with All Will Be One so far. And check out my full list in the description, hosted by my sponsor Moxfield. Moxfield is the best deck building platform in the world, and their cEDH package makes it easy to pull together a lot of the most played cards in the format. Give my profile a follow while you're there. Check out these other brews, and as always folks, good luck and have fun.